welcome on back to yet another edition of the late game here, taking place at the Liquor Factory at the Intercontinental, a part of the International 2019 here in Shanghai, China. I am joined by the illustrious Ted Pirion Flax. Sir,
Why,
cheers.
thank you, sir.
Welcome to another edition
Of late game.
the hardest hosting panel of the day.
Man,
for damn sure.
It's pretty rough.
Pretty rough. We got a jam-packed episode today.
We have, actually, yeah.
Of a lot of fun content, some special guests, and should be a good time. It's been a ridiculous day of Dota.
Oh, my God. So many good series. I mean, the Secret series was ridiculous.
Insane.
We were just watching it thinking, how is this happening? Everybody was losing their mind. That series was hype.
Infamous pulled out the win over Newbie.
Absolutely pulled out. Was it Vici against LGD at the start of the day?
No, that was the third series.
That was the third
LGD, I believe, brought the 2-0, if I'm not mistaken,
right.
saying that they are the supreme beings of China right now to look out for. And now they're going to have to face OG.
Oh, man.
The rematch.
That's in the semifinal. That's pretty incredible.
Pretty hype stuff. And, well, you know, let's just kind of get into it here. We can bring out our first guest. They probably know more about Dota than we even do.
They probably do.
Without further ado, let's bring on some of the best play-by-play casters in the game. We got none other than Mr. Owen Odie Pixel.
What am I saying?
And
Is that me?
Capitalist.
And his cap as well.
Come on over, gentlemen.
Hello.
Now, don't throw our drinks around.
Sorry.
I see what you did there.
Hello.
Really cool.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Hello.
How you doing, boys?
That's
Thanks
great.
for stopping by. I know it's late. You've had a busy day and everything.
Great.
It's late. It's been a long day. You've had some ridiculous games. Certainly you, my man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous
He's changed
series.
his shirt.
Changed his shirt.
Changed the shirt.
Got wet and wild, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's been a ridiculous day. Give us a brief TLDR of the action today.
Mineski had an insane series against Secret.
Yes, they did.
Probably should have won against Secret, which is even crazier. We just watched OG beat EG, which is repeat performance. We're actually going to see OG versus LG as an upper bracket finals again.
Yeah.
EG could make their way through the lower bracket again.
Yeah.
And we could have a top 3 of the same teams at TI.
It's crazy, right?
Wild.
They're going to have to
Yeah.
make their way through either, I believe, RNG or Liquid to do it.
Yeah.
EG Liquid, that's not an easy lower bracket.
I mean, a lot of people were saying that, like, OG, LGD, and EG were three of the best teams. But Secret, VP, a bunch of teams, people were fancy Liquid, that just haven't turned up, right? It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy.
Secret's still got a chance. But so far, there definitely questions are being asked. You know, we've seen sort of the memes, the photos of Puppy looking at mid one, and you got to wonder what the team dynamic is at the moment because he can't be great. You know, Secret, they went with high expectations, and they're not hitting them.
Did you see the one where he had red eyes?
I like that one. I did enjoy that one.
That was unbelievable.
That
He's
one
got the
chuckle out
death
of me.
stare. It's been
Yeah.
brought multiple times. He's like, your job's on the line.
Yeah.
Pull it out
I
and
could
get
legit see Infamous beating Secret. I
Yeah.
think that is.
There is
I think
a-
that's possible.
They're
I
playing
think,
without fear, right?
I think we're on that timeline.
Yeah.
Gotta give
Vici
props to
Gaming,
them.
Vici Gaming lost to a team that knows them really well.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could see them going
That's true.
deep through the
Yeah,
lower
yeah.
bracket. I could see them being that third place matchup in the lower bracket finals.
Damn sure.
What did you cast today?
He casted LGD VG.
Thank you.
I got you, buddy. It was the
It
third
was a
series.
slow game. There was a lot of Midases. We had a game 2.
Yeah.
3 Midases.
Yeah.
So I'm so sorry for anyone that's queuing up for a public game and you end up with all your cores buying Midases. It will happen because LGD's just approved it and they won with it.
Yeah.
They won with it. They got away with the greed. The greed was good. They were up to 2-0 VG Gaming in a series where they looked pretty untouchable.
And I believe they aired your content piece. Was that today? Your Hot Wings?
The Hot Wings, yeah, came out in the morning.
Yeah.
How was that?
How's your eyes?
We've all taken
My
that
eyes are
picture.
fine now.
We took that picture of you crying and looking straight ahead.
It-
And that is a sticker on our WhatsApp.
It was a lot of suffering.
Forever.
I remember this sort of talk behind the scenes of whether they could actually air it, because Fog literally looked like he was dying. They were like, "Whoa, are we going to get in trouble for showing sort of Fog in this sort of this level of stress and pain?" And we were like, "Please show it. It's hilarious."
Yannis always looks like that anyway. Like,
Sure.
You know,
He sweats a lot.
He does.
And he really got the sweats in that.
They-
Giannis is a flower, and he's a fragile flower, but he is a
delicate
flower.
lad. Some people were saying, "Oh, I think it's fake," and I was like, "I don't
No.
know." Because look at
No.
Owen is actually.
it was
The
had
first
his-
two,
it
you
was
were,
not.
you
It
were
was
like
not.
a stone cold killer. The first two, you had no effect. So I'm like,
yeah.
this could be a Ken moment where he gave Owen all of the
No.
normal neutral
No.
wings and only made Fog suffer. And I was trying to call it early, but then we saw you suffer.
Yeah,
You suffered.
I would, because I was kind of try-harding it a little bit. I was like, not bad. And then when that, I think the 12,000 or 100,000 Scoville one, that's the one that really hit me. I couldn't hold it anymore. Like I could try and play it cool, but when your tears are literally burning your face, your breath is just exploding with volcanic eruption levels of heat onto your hand. It was pain. It was pain around.
When did you guys record that?
And that was, I don't know if that's, well, I guess it's not really hidden information, but it was one of the previous majors. We did it a while back. So don't worry, we were well and truly recovered by TR.
I was thinking, if they did this yesterday...
No, I would not be here. I would be sat on the toilet. I would not have turned up for
there
work
was a
today.
recovery.
How long was the recovery period? Before you felt 100% back to normal?
It was quite a while. I was very fortunate that the next day I was not casting in the morning.
Wow.
Let's say I was on the afternoon shift, and that was required.
All right. Well, that was an excellent piece of content. If you guys didn't catch it, of course, catch out the Dota 2 TI YouTube channel where you can watch Owen suffer with hot wings along with Fog.
It's brilliant.
But they're not the only people who have content. We have content here.
Yeah, we have content too.
We don't have hot wings, but we got eggs, right,
Yeah.
Darian?
You're in this.
We have
boy.
the Egg Roulette Challenge. And I don't know if anyone saw it yesterday.
God.
We had the Sheaver versus Casey Egg Roulette Challenge. Check it out. But today, we have the Cap and Blitz Egg Roulette. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Roll it. Gentlemen, the game is Egg Roulette. The objective is to ask each other questions to which you think the other person will not wish to answer. However, if they do give an answer, I'll be the judge, and my decision is final. So if I think your answer is not good, I'll make you egg yourself. So here's the question. He asks you a question, right? You don't like it, you take an egg. You smash it on your head. If it's hard-boiled, you're safe. If it's raw, you lose.
What percentage of our cast do you
60%. I think that's accurate. I think he'd agree to that too. 60%.
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
You
60%.
guys are so professional.
Honestly speaking, did you like Fat Me more?
No. Would you ever recommend any of your female friends to Bulba as dating?
No.
Well done. I will
No.
accept that answer.
Do you think that you are better looking than
That is a fucked up one.
I know, I was told to go hard.
Yes.
Oh my god! Yo, we can't have this.
We're not airing that one. We're not airing that
We're
one.
not-
We're not airing that one. Do you think you're smarter?
Yes.
All right. We're just, you know, if you're gonna do that to me, I'll do that to you.
I'm actually sweating. This is tense. I'm beating up on the old forehead here.
Which talent do you think is most overpaid at this event?
I don't know their pay, technically. No, I'm gonna give an answer. I legit have to think about this, though. It's Blitz.
Okay.
You think he does the least work?
Yeah, are you gonna call me out on that?
Well, he did say 60% of the time. Okay, fair enough.
Of your close friends,
Okay.
say like your top like 5.
Okay.
Of your top 5, would you cut out one of those friends to be friends with Drake? And who is it?
No, I don't like Drake that much.
Oh, come on, dude.
Like, you gotta get. I don't actually. You can ask out.
All right, these eggs are getting heavy, boys.
If Chloe was a flat earther, would you break up with her?
Yes.
We've
The
talked about
proof
this.
is right here.
We've
you know?
talked about this. Already.
Do you honestly think you would be more successful with another co-caster?
No.
That's my boy right there. Let's go.
Take an egg.
Well, mine's wet.
3,
It's
2,
fine.
1, go. And the other one is also raw.
Oh, I got it all over my pants
Oh,
and my shirt. I actually don't have another set of dress clothes.
you guys went for it. Fair play. All right, that's Egg Roulette. See you next time.
Props to you guys. Willing to answer all questions, really. It forced, Period had to force the eggs on you both. Some of those
Okay.
questions, obviously, a little hot for TV, and will have to remain that way, but you guys let it all out there.
The problem is that Blitz and I are really honest with each other. and we're also very competitive people. And so neither one of us wanted
No one
to
was
lose
gonna
that
back down.
game.
Yeah.
And so we may have asked some questions that were
A line was crossed.
a line was crossed multiple times. But it did make for some great reactions.
Yeah,
so.
it was funny.
But we did learn that you feel like you work best with blitz, and that
Yeah.
skinny blitz is best.
Yeah.
And I mean, we saw it today. You guys have been a continuous, fantastic pair. I don't mean
Yeah,
to
you're
stroke
great.
your guys' ego,
You're great.
but you continue to shine. And cheers to you.
Cheers to
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers to
I
you.
don't have a drink.
We'll just smash it off your teeth. Oh, man. Were you nervous making that?
Yes, because
You were nervous
I know that
afterwards, right?
I know that Blitz can be savage, and yes, I was nervous afterwards as well,
We're
answering some
we're
of those
never going to
questions.
throw you under the bus. We're going to look after you.
Yeah, the editing room for a lot of these have been quite heated a bit.
spicy place.
Lots of debating on what.
Yeah,
what can
that's
go.
cut down to about half. We had a lot more questions that were that just had to be taken out because
Yeah.
we have careers.
You guys
and
definitely took the game more
relationships and all
seriously than
kinds of
anyone
things.
else, I would say.
Yeah?
Yeah, they took it very seriously.
Wow.
Out of all the
Again,
competitors.
we want to win,
Yeah.
both of us, real badly.
Any of these questions we want to throw away of OD right now? Like OD, do you think your career would be mass successful being with someone like
Now,
Fog?
bear in mind, if you don't wish to answer, you have to smash a bottle on it. Because this is bar
Smash your head into
I
the
like
table.
those kind of rules. If I wasn't with Fog, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You don't think you would be
He's-
just as successful with Syndrin?
No, I think it would be sort of a different kind of success. It would be a different dynamic. We'd have different fans. We'd have sort of different group of people that like what we do. It would just be, it would be different. It would be only picks on Sim rather than only picks
Yeah.
on Fog. It
I mean,
wouldn't necessarily be
and
better
Fog
or
is such a
worse. It would
great
just be
combo.
different.
It's a
No,
great
exactly.
combo.
It's sort of just one of those combos that fell into place, and I've never looked back. I hope that he never looks back. You know.
Dude, he looks back.
He's still, he's,
Can we
he's like, I
go
could
to
have
the
gone
ref?
down the Toby route.
Can we go to the ref?
Yeah, the ref
Is he
said
gonna have to
smash.
Too
Now,
PC.
we've seen some interesting clips from this TI when it comes to like casting and stuff like that. People really getting excited and
Yeah,
in
they have the
moment
camera to
sort of
show the
thing.
casters now, so that if they get like
Yeah, the
super
ca-
Oh
high,
yeah.
they can catch
See,
that
I think
moment.
everyone expects.
Well,
they know what clip's going to be happening, but
let's have a look at the clip. Run the
The
clip.
that
please.
we saw, yeah.
Have waited long enough. They say now's our time to be able to wrest control of the map back from Mineski. We're going to be the ones to take objectives
They just
and even
smoked.
threatening going into the high ground.
Yeah, they did smoke so that they can sit behind Magical. He's got this Aegis, and he's taking this pretty quickly. And the best part about playing Sniper in a game like this, Cap, is you have so much that can frontline and initiate for you.
And I mean, just look at the way he's just chopping down this tier 3
He's solo
between
pressing.
interbeats.
They're gonna
Oh,
force
look at
that
that,
mid.
the aggressive force step. Does manage to get him up into the high ground, but there's the golem drop. It's gonna be Ninja Boogie down first. Nico Baby in the back line. They do have the black hole. It's quickly canceled by the assassination, and that's 3 dead of Mineski with no buyback. That's why they were so
Water
long.
bit, Cap. We saw the water bit. That's cute, but that's dedication right there. That man was excited to a degree. I've
listen,
never
I don't
seen
care.
before.
I don't care. I don't care what kind of synergy you think you have with Fog. I don't care what kind of history Toby thinks he has with Syndrin. I promise you, you've never been to the places that I've been with Blitz.
You like don't care. You're just like in the zone. You don't know what's happening next to you. Like, buddy, you can hold on. You
Listen,
can hold on and let it go,
I
buddy.
support him in any way he needs supporting. Blitz, I'm always there for you, baby. I'm
I
always
don't
there
think
for you.
there is a better power dynamic than you two,
Yeah.
for sure.
Now,
That was
just to help Will out a bit, apparently his leg goes to sleep sometimes.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
and-
I've used that
But
excuse
I've used
before.
that one.
Yeah.
I've used that one.
You know.
Every caster has their thing. I don't know what your thing is.
You know what his thing is. Standing up and screaming at the
me,
monitor.
like I fiddle with something, like the whole water bottle thing. If you remember last year, there's a highlight clip, and they cut to me, and I'm carrying a pink highlighter in my hands. It's the most distracting
Like a
thing ever.
dictatorship.
I'm running around this, and that's my thing. Is I fiddle. Blitz's thing is that he shakes
jiggles.
his leg.
He fiddles his
He
thing.
shakes his leg.
Do
Yeah.
you guys ever talk to each other like, dude, could you maybe just jiggle less when we're casting? And just understand that when you're doing this job, which is a really tough technical job, and you have to absorb yourself completely, that it's like, we don't care what our bodies are doing. I don't care what yours
true.
is doing. Mine's going to do
I've had that once before when I was casting with my man, I love him, Mr. Purge Gamers. It was one of the ESLs, and after the game, it was like,
you do realize that you shake the desk quite a lot whilst you can't. I'm sorry, Devin. I'm sorry.
close.
And I was more, I was a little more careful. But he was right. And then I just started thinking about myself. I was like, I really do sort of shake the whole set when I'm going, and it must be very irritating for those decks to be trying to analyze. You got Kev looking at the lanes, looking at the CS. And
You gotta let
can
it
you
rip,
stop,
man.
Owen? Can you know?
The worst one I had was MLG Austin, Texas, the one that was paired up with the MLG, sorry, the X Games.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
paired up with the X Games, and they had us on the stilt platforms.
Oh.
And Blitz and I both shake our legs when we're sitting down to cast.
No.
I especially shake my leg a lot, and you could feel the whole thing, the whole stilted thing just shake, which made it more exciting.
Right.
You know, I didn't know
It
if
could
that
tip
was going to
over
be
at
the
any
last
minute.
cast
Yeah.
of my life, you know? Think about it. Like, people are going to Memorial, right? They're going to listen to the last commentary I do.
Yeah,
so.
you better make it good.
Yeah, exactly.
Ted, what would your thing be? You're in the heat of a play-by-play class. Do you have like any sort of niche? You gonna rip your clothes off? In the middle
I
of the
tend to
heat?
put my hands behind my head, or
Okay.
I rub my bald head. That would probably be it. Yeah, when I'm really concentrating, I
good.
find myself rubbing my head a lot instead of.
Wait, is that why you're bald in the first place? Did you do that a lot as a
rubbing.
younger
Once I
man?
start-
He's had a lot of serious games in his life.
Yeah.
You can see.
This is MMR. This is literally MMR, and I've only got 3K, so I think I've got some hair at the back. Make it to 6. Make it all the way back.
Yeah,
Start rubbing it.
I could see it. I could see it.
This TI has been actually insane. The Mega Creek comebacks have been amazing, and I know as casters, like we know, it's only when you somehow get blessed with that perfect game,
Yeah.
you know, that you really get to shine. And this TI has offered that for so many of the pairs already. I just hope it continues going on forward from here. I mean, in my opinion, this is some of the best games we've seen at a TI. I don't know how you guys think.
What do you
No, I
in terms of
agree.
like excitement
I
and
think,
those kind of like
I mean,
turnaround
we've
moments.
had this TI blows Mega Creek comebacks
Yeah.
out of the water. In fact, I was talking to Bruno about it. He joked that that when you get Mega Creeps, they inserted a secret buff where you get like 20%. He called it he called it the Knights buff, like the
Right, right.
Underlords. You know, just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everybody got like a damage reduction or something
Yeah,
like
it feels
that.
like that,
It
right?
feels like that, right?
Yeah.
It's like these comebacks are
And
just
suddenly we
crazy.
get Megan, and suddenly a team fight that was like unwinnable. Suddenly
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we just killed you all, and now we win. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. But also, people seem to think we got Megas, and they just dive tier 4s and stuff. It's
I think what it is that people have a stronger understanding of how to force that situation. If you watch the Secret Mineski Game 3, the way that the ranged barracks almost falls and Secret initiate on him, slowing him down with like Scythe of Ice and stuff,
Right.
that forces him to recommit, and that in turn allows Secret to be able to draw the fight out just long enough
right.
that they can actually get a good fight. You know, so it's something like that. Other teams might have just let that range
Yeah.
tracks go and like, all right, we have to play against Megas.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Secret knew they had to like slow them down so they could actually get a 5 versus 5
crazy.
ready.
How do you make those decisions in a moment like that? Anyway,
I don't
sorry,
know.
we've got a game for you guys.
You both are masters of your craft. Some of the best, probably, play-by-play in the Dota game. And you've seen probably last year's late game and maybe even yesterday's episode, we've had a fun little host-off competition with some of the hosts. Well, we have a kind of a little cast-off for the best play-by-plays in the game. So this isn't going to be Dota games, though, that you guys have to cast. We're going to give you other situations and scenarios to cast. So
From within the last 6 months, a year, more or less.
yeah,
These
yeah.
are like
huge
amazing moments.
Like, I know people out there are like, oh my God, that was amazing. If only I could have Owen Pixel cast this moment, it would have been the best. Well, we're here to deliver, all right? So, Owen, you're up first. We have a very special scene here from the
Avengers
Avengers.
Endgame.
The Avengers Endgame. A pinnacle Endgame
This is
fight.
like 15 years worth of movies coming to a head.
Yeah. Now, I have heard a fun little fact, though, Owen, that you haven't really watched any Marvel movies. Is that true?
I've not. I saw Spider-Man Marvel.
Yes.
I didn't see it.
Idiot. Just give him the screen.
So
He's
he
just going
knows
to waste
nothing.
I play
time.
video
Owen
games.
knows
I
not
don't,
much
I don't
of
watch
Marvel.
Right.
movies.
So here's
So
what
what
we
we're
want you to
gonna
do.
I know some of the names.
Who's
this
that?
is Thanos.
It is Thanos.
Nice.
So
Thanos.
just for anyone that knows the film.
Spoilers.
So sorry.
Spoilers.
You at home are not going to be able to see it.
We're not going to show the clip. You're not going to be able to hear it.
So-
They'll know the clip,
This
They'll
is
know.
the sort of finale fight in Endgame. So
which I've never seen.
click play and just
Click
go into
play,
casting
and you gotta
mode.
hype it up,
Yeah,
like
you
this
gotta-
is the
is
best
like
thing
the
ever.
TI level casting,
Okay.
right? I'll hit play. Tell me when you're ready.
Let's go.
I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, go.
So Thanos. He's looking to start the fight off. He's ready with the angle, and here we go. Big blue light from the sky, and in comes this big-ass guy with a sword for a hand. He's got a gun on the other. What's this alien dude doing? This guy's a gorilla. This gorilla crawling in, and he's brought in the summons. In comes the big flying snake android thing. Someone is cutting their wrists. This guy's bleeding from the mouth. I think it's Captain America. He's on his own. It's him. He's looking at an entire army. He's ready for the entrance, but here comes a massive fireball. But behind the fireball, that's Black Panther. Black Panther's here. And here comes an angel. An angel has come from the skies. There's holes in the sky. Metal Gear Solid strikes in. And these are the people from 300. 300 is turned up, walking through the portals. This guy's some kung fu dude with arrows coming out. Is that Catwoman, Thor, Pegasus, Mirana? She's in. Iron Man is dying, but he steps up to the ground. Iron Woman looks towards him. And at the same time, somebody with a gas mask has just spawned Hulk out of his hand. I don't know how he's done this. Captain America is very confused by the whole situation. Thanos starts to lay down the sword. They've managed to gather some sort of underlings that look like they've come from Lord of the Rings. Captain America is looking forward as Pegasus flies in. This massive Ant-Man person is jumping forward. He's got a twin blade Thanos. He's ready to kill some noobs. And here the fight continues. Lightning flies everywhere. Pegasus flies forward. In the back of it all, Captain America grabs a hammer, passes it over to Thor. They go for a switch up with the items. They're looking for some new play, some new item builds.
Beautiful,
oh my goodness.
beautiful job, Owen. I've always wanted to know when Odie would be like casting Avengers.
Sorry, I apologize for
That
the
was
screen.
just amazing.
Yeah, you spat on the screen and in my eye somehow.
What was going on there?
When you spat, it hit me in the right eye. I'm not even looking.
I feel like that was probably an end of a film, and I'm probably spoiled, but I still didn't understand
Probably
what
one
the
of the
hell was
most
going
pinnacle
on.
fights
say
in
this.
cinema history.
It's
almost.
literally like 15 years payoff.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like you have to watch the movies.
okay.
This
That was good.
is why we all get sick, by the way, is that we all
Owen
share the
spit.
same microphone.
Oh.
And Owen and Lyrical especially. I honestly, I do it a fair bit amount as well. Like,
Mike spitting.
like how do you yell without spitting? It's just hard.
True.
Don't touch the monitors.
Toby
Wait,
showed a clip of the aftermath of this man's microphone, and it was crazy.
if you ever go to a casting setup, don't touch the monitors.
Oh my God.
It's gross.
All right,
There's
Cap.
went wild.
spittle everywhere. So
He's
can I
had
get a
go.
drink?
No. You can. Well, we can get you a. Can we get Cap a drink?
Ted, give me a drink.
Here, I'll get you a drink. You chill. All right. Explain the bit.
So obviously, Owen got to cast one of the most iconic cinematic movie that we've seen in this time, in this era. So to try to match that, we got one of the most iconic TV moments that has ever happened. And I mean, what's the biggest TV show you'd imagine on TV right now?
That has to be Game of Thrones.
It has to be Game of Thrones. So,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
we had to find an epic Game of Thrones moment. Also, we found the season finale, a huge moment here.
Huge moment. This is like multiple
that you
seasons
can also
of payoff.
hype up. So,
Okay. I have the benefit that I've seen Game of Thrones.
beautiful.
Though I almost wish I hadn't, considering the way that Owen was able to cast that.
Well, this is a really
The
hype
gorilla
moment.
man.
This is the really hype moment in
Very
Game of Thrones.
pinnacle.
So we want a really hype level for you.
Ted, you're going to have to hit the
I
play
will.
for him,
I will
okay?
do that.
Okay.
Cap, are you
Yeah,
ready?
hype it up. I want to.
yeah, sorry.
Owen really
Remember the whole
set the
lot.
bar
Exactly, I
up,
can see
so
that.
you're going to have
You
to hype
ready?
it
All
up.
right, what's his name? What's the dwarf dude name?
And it's gone.
Go.
All right, dwarf dude. What's not Tyrion? All right, they're all doing the council to be able to talk about who they're going to be able to bring up with the kings. This is not a hype moment. There's going to be some sort of twist that's going to be happening here. I have no doubt about it. Dakota and Pyrion are looking oddly suspicious right now. There's what's his name? Bran? Is that no. Fat dude. All right, apparently we're just calling him Fat Dude. Fat Dude is on the Council of Kings. And they're talking about little things, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to go?
Huge.
Where's the build-up? Where's the hype? Where's going to be the big clash? Is this what you're giving me?
Can you just cast what you've been
King,
given?
hype
They're
this
not
up.
going to
This
be a
is
Game of Thrones. All right.
final.
Look at the intense stare down of this poor little hobbit man as he's surrounded by all these men in black and black leather at that. You know about my feelings about men in leather, Ted. There's Sansa. I remember her.
What's the
'cause
meta?
She's quite hot. Well, apparently the meta is leather armor and metal and wheelchairs. And that's Bran. Did you guys
What is
really
he doing,
just-
Cap? What are you seeing? Tell us.
What is it?
Tell the action.
Trying to convey the image.
Did you just give me?
We
you
may have
couldn't
given you.
given me
Oh,
the
that-
epic
was that not the epic
throne
moment?
down fight.
Sorry, we thought that was a hype moment, Cap.
Oh, the council moment at the
Yeah.
end of Game of Thrones wasn't
I hate
really
these
super
guys.
we
hype.
thought you'd be able to hype it up. We thought.
I hate these guys.
The council moment, I guess,
Yeah.
wasn't big enough for you. All right, well, props to you both.
Well,
I
no,
mean,
Owen. I think
thank
Owen
you.
won that. Do you think Owen?
It was close.
That's fine.
Close.
I concede, Owen. You were the
I'll take the
you were the
victory on
better
this one.
play-by-play caster.
I thought you watched Game of Thrones. You didn't? Okay.
You didn't watch this shit? You didn't watch this shit?
You didn't even want to give me a chance to succeed.
Oh, dude,
did you?
it's like it's a pinnacle moment. I mean, everybody remembers it.
People remembered that moment. And
Everybody was
that's
talking
all
about it all
about
over the place.
but-
They all,
That's true.
said, they all said they loved it. And it's fantastic.
I mean, everybody was talking about the end of Game of Thrones. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It was a hot topic.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, though, gentlemen, we know that you could play-by-play the hell out of anything, whether it's reading off the dictionary or whatever. Just kind of messing with you a bit. But thank you so much for playing along, guys.
We wouldn't
have been
mess you if we
fantastic.
didn't love you. That's what
I
we do.
know.
Absolutely.
Lads, thank
Cheers.
you so much for coming on.
Cheers.
No
Thank
problem.
Thanks
Thank you
playing
for
along.
having us.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
Right.
We just,
Right, get up and leave.
Yeah.
Get up and leave.
Yeah.
We got to get those
All right,
mics off
all
to
right.
someone.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you to Owen.
Good night.
and Cap. Cheers, lads.
Stay tuned for the rest of this. These guys are the best.
Thank you, Cap.
Yeah, thank
What a
you.
lad.
Thank you.
Even though
You
we
guys
made
were
fun of
wearing
him.
very, very similar shirts
We
also.
were, yeah.
I didn't get the memo for that.
It's the over 40s on a cruise look.
Over
You know what I mean?
40s on a cruise.
On a cruise ship.
Yes, yeah.
Hey, you've been on a cruise ship before? Isn't it beautiful tonight? That kind of stuff. You know.
I've never been on a cruise. Fun fact.
It's massively
Never.
overrated.
Yeah, massively overrated.
Do you like shopping malls?
Yeah, they're
Would
okay.
you like to spend a week on one
No.
that floats?
A float?
With
no.
like 2,000 other people?
No. That sounds awful.
That's cruise ships for you.
I don't even know if I'm one to get seasick on something like
You
that.
don't.
No?
You can't even tell it's moving. They're
Really?
that big, yeah. Like it's
Wow.
literally when it leaves port, you think there's going to be like, it's going to be like this.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Unless the weather gets really bad, it's like moving a town. You barely feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a
Yeah.
big fan of that. Not a big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you normally do on holiday? What's your kind of thing? Do you leave the country? You one of those Americans that stays in America because there's so much
I
to do?
drive back home and see my family when I
Yeah.
have the opportunity, but that's pretty much just going from SoCal to NorCal. I guess I'm not a very adventurous guy at the end of the day. I get locked down with a lot of work and whatever, so.
Well, talking of adventurous
boring.
guys, we're boring. Let's get some.
These guys are
interesting
not
lads in
boring, though. Let's bring out none other than we have Loda and Insania of Alliance. Let's go ahead and bring out the Alliance squad right here.
here. Come on over, lads. Come on over.
All right, but
Summit 10 champions.
Okay.
Have a seat. Where's Insania?
insane.
What?
He's-
Getting sloshed
he's coming.
outside?
Yeah, no, he's coming.
He's coming.
But,
Oh, shit.
He's coming. He's coming.
Come on, buddy.
yeah,
Great to have you. Great.
it's
to
only
have
me
you.
here tonight. You know, we're
Living
What do you
legend.
mean? I'm right
Welcome,
here.
welcome,
Thank
welcome.
you.
How are you guys doing?
We're good.
Why do you say it like that? How are you guys doing?
How are you
Because you
guys
got knocked out.
doing?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's why.
I don't know if you noticed, but
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't want to say like, "How's it going, lads?" And you'd be like, "Bad," because a few teams I bumped into, I said to them, "How's it going?" They were like, "I was like, oh yeah." I
How are we doing?
I think we're doing pretty well. We're all pretty happy, honestly. We've grown so much from last year.
Yeah.
Like a year from now, last year we were playing for $2,000,
Right.
and now we're at TI. So I think we're able to appreciate, all the good that's happened throughout the year, despite the gyro pick.
Dude, everybody loves you so much. Loves you guys so much.
Yeah, for real. Like,
Loves you.
I
Alright,
mean, I
thank
think people can see the progress you've made.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, people they're doing great. Like, props to them. You
Even
guys
within
get a lot
seeing
of
that
respect for
moment,
that.
obviously seeing the vulnerability of that moment and seeing you guys kind of back each other up, everyone's
Yeah.
just like, oh, my alliance. Love them. And then to immediately just say, we support you, Insania, in this moment.
Yeah,
no
it
matter
was
what.
amazing.
How'd that feel? To see
was
the whole
amazing.
community see that?
It was, honestly, it started in the booth. Like, when I picked gyro, my mind was blown. Like, I could not believe it. And I'm so glad that there was footage from that because now I can rewatch it too and, have a laugh about it.
Yeah.
But the immediate response from like 4 players was like, I can play gyro. It's all good. I'll play it. It's okay. I can play gyro
homies,
4,
dude.
man. No worries. And, having that made me realize how much I appreciate the 4 teammates that I have. And I just want to keep playing with them. And that's what we're going to keep doing next year. So
Think how rare that is
it's
for a
amazing.
team to do that. 'Cause
It's
a lot of teams would
amazing.
be like, ugh.
Yeah.
But
That'd
Loda,
be
you were
it.
behind like, what the fuck? Right? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't know if you heard this, but in Swedish, he was cursing us from behind. It's like my TI dream. God damn.
I'm back, and now this is happening.
He's already writing the tweet longer.
Oh, you don't even know. We had a spanking session at the hotel that
Oh
night.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Heavens.
He gets very
not the
physical.
good kind, but the bad kind.
Oh, okay.
Bad
Fair
kind.
enough.
The very bad kind.
I mean, I don't really know. I think that shit happens. Like, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
it's also like Aiden said, like, you have to look at the bigger picture. For me, I'm probably the boring guy that is sometimes like, I have my own goals. This year, I've said all along that we would reach TI. I think that we could have gone further.
Oh, yeah.
But also, as what all of you guys have been saying, like, there's so much improvement. I think that's the thing is, like, see, every player on this team has grown so much, not only as players, but also as human beings. You know, like in the beginning, they were young boys, and then like they were fighting about some things, being not getting along. But at this point, I think that, you know, I feel like almost sometimes nothing can stop us, or like stop us from moving forward.
How do you feel for the team? Do you almost find yourself feeling like, I don't want to say like the dad, but almost like a guardian for them? Do you have like a life coach in a way to help them through, to say, I've had the experience, and you kind of just hand off little bits of tips here and there to be like,
I try. I think that for all, it's different for all of them. Being the coach has been a big learning period for me.
I bet.
I think that it's been very difficult at times, more so because everyone is so different on the team. I think that Aiden is very easy to get along with, and it's kind of easy to have a normal conversation and, you know, talk with him in the way that I think is the most easy way. But for the rest of them, I kind of had to learn what makes them tick, how they work, and all these things. And I was a little bit demotivated for a while, but I spoke to RTK and I asked him how it was when he was the coach for the first year.
Okay.
And he was like telling me a lot of similar stuff. And after that, I've been like, yeah, all right.
So here's something interesting, because you say that you get on really well with Aiden. You guys actually have quite a lot in common. So what does your dad do for a living?
My dad?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a surgeon, I think.
And what does your dad do for a living?
Psychologist.
Okay. And you're friends with RTK.
Yeah.
And you're friends with
Fade.
So do you think some of that is like you can relate to quite a lot of Aiden?
Of course. That's all of it. Yeah. We just click like this. Yeah.
Ellie, watch
naturally,
out.
Yeah.
They're getting a little close over here.
I don't know, for sure. I think that...
But we used to fight a lot in the beginning when we played.
Yeah. I mean, when we played together.
Yeah.
I mean, we did argue. We did look at Dota very differently.
How'd you guys meet? I don't think I know this story at all.
So I was calling this like sex helpline.
Yes, go on.
And Loda was on the other side.
Oh, goodness.
Of course, I was like...
And he opened up my eyes.
Good evening, son. You need help with Dota 2?
The second job on
yeah,
the
of course. We weren't doing so well with the lines for a while. You know what? I didn't really want to share that here, but it's rough.
Thank you for bringing that.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
I mean, I was told to tell the real story here tonight, so...
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I did.
Oh.
I think, seriously though, I think it was kind of Mick in a way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, when I first met him, he used to play Han. But he didn't really know of me. I knew him, but he didn't know me.
Who doesn't know the living legend?
Of course.
You know?
Yeah, no, but then when we decided to finally move, I did.
Wow, he's got real insight.
Yeah. No, but when we finally moved over to Dota after a long time in Han, Loda got his eyes up for Mickey.
Right.
And then through Mickey, we got to know each other, I guess.
Yeah. So you knew Mickey independently?
Me and Mickey have played together for God knows how long. I don't know. He was a little baby. I used to cradle him, give him his bottle at night.
Wow. Wow.
Bottle.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not the motion for that. Just saying.
Oh, God.
What?
Yeah.
I want to talk quick, you mentioned the Han transition. I don't think I've had to ask anyone like this. How was that transition for you? Do you think you had it was a learning curve at all, kind of making the move into Dota?
There was definitely a learning curve, but I think you have a lot of stuff naturally from Han. The game is so similar.
Yeah.
Ice Frog even worked on Han for a short period of time, I've heard. So the games are so similar that it wasn't too hard. I think within 5 months, I had like 7K on the ladder.
Okay.
Of course, my hero pool was not huge. I played like 3 heroes every game.
Did you pick the heroes that were like very similar?
Right. Like we have like Mirana's and Han, Enigma's and Han. So I used
to Crystal Maiden.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I stuck to mostly those
also
heroes.
an Invoker spammer. That's how he
really
learned the soul of Dota 2.
Was there like a Dota hero you're like, oh my
Rubik.
God, Rubik?
It was.
I mean, that hero is beautiful.
I love
right?
Rubik. He's my favorite hero to like play when I'm not playing my own role. I think.
Nice.
It's quite rough as a 5, but when you're playing 4, Rubik's amazing.
Nice.
It's interesting what you say about Hon, because you know Moon Meander?
Yeah.
He came from Hon, and he said that Hon is so much faster.
Yeah.
And Dota, when he came over, he was like, oh, I've got so much time to think and
You
react.
do. You really do. The difficult thing is, though, that sometimes you get stuck in the Han mindset, and you're like in a team fight, and within the first 2 seconds in a Han team fight, the fight is over. So you rush into things. Whereas in Dota, you can and you need to be a lot more patient, and that's kind of what I learned over, playing the game for a longer period of time. And the speed does help you because you have more time to think, but it also hurts you in the way that you play with a higher stress level normally, and you rush into things a lot more.
He likes kills a lot. I feel like that's a Han thing. I think that's what we argued about the most in the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
That I was like, but you don't need to kill people all the time. But I think we met somewhere in between, because I think that a lot of their strengths, at least for the Han boys, is that they do like to play that aggressive kind of style, and I think that they've been able to find a really nice middle ground. Yeah. I also want to add that, I mean, I played Han for a bit, and...
Oh, we're aware.
No, I did quite a lot. But that's part of the reason why I looked at these guys, because I mean, sure, Fnatic and No-Tail and all these guys, they moved first, but I always knew that, these players that are playing this game, because a lot of Dota pros, they were like, Han is this terrible game, no, they're trash, they don't understand anything. I kind of respected a lot of the skills they had in the game and the kind of way they looked at it, and it's always very nice to have this breath of fresh air where people come in and they look at something completely the opposite way of you. But that's also Dota. Dota can be played in like 1,000
any given meta.
Yeah, but exactly. It can be played in so many different ways.
Yep.
And yeah, I think there's for sure the home players, they were talented, and they've shown now that they have a place in Dota too.
I think that's one of the most amazing parts of Dota as well. That, even though we are Han players and we still kind of play Han-ish, it works. The game is so deep that you can do like an infinite amount of things. It's really amazing in that way.
At any given patch, a meta could change, and suddenly the aggressive play style is just in favor. Next patch, you might have to be more reserved, and then you're suddenly testing your patience a lot more than you're probably used to.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think in this TI? We've seen so many comebacks from mega creeps. Teams getting mega creeps, and then bam, they win.
I mean, we've been part of quite a few of those comebacks on the losing end.
Yeah. So what?
I mean, Alliance is just notorious for the comeback or the other team coming back. You guys always seem to be part of these anime-like games. For sure.
Serious comment? I want to comment on this, because Dota is super stupid right now. Like, the range creeps never stop scaling. So when you take the freaking mega creeps, they're giving you like, the range creep is like 71 gold. Like, did you see the Chaos versus, what was it, TNC game, I think? It's like TNC are 20k gold ahead, then they get megas, then 10 minutes later they're 20k gold behind. Like when I used to play Dota, you got, what, 20
When
gold?
I used to play Dota.
When I used to play Dota. You got like 20 gold from a freaking... Like you were like starved from the moment.
Yeah.
But I think now there's... I didn't even pay attention to this until we got to TI, and I was like... The first time we lost against it, I was... I felt it a little bit, but not so much. Then I saw Newbie play some of those... I think we lost against Newbie when they did it, and I was... I don't know. I think that honestly, it's a little bit scary against certain drafts to take megas at this point, because...
Do you think they brought that in so that taking buildings is not the sole target of Dota?
I don't even know if they thought about it. Like,
it might have been an oversight, I think. It's something that they've been slowly adding to the game.
Yeah,
and then
they certainly, like, I remember this was a while back. They first introduced the rubber band mechanic. It was insane.
Oh, God.
Insane. And then they pulled it back. And now it's kind of coming back into play. It's like they love that. They want that comeback feature in the game. So I understand as a spectator, it's so exciting. And they're trying to tweak mechanics. And there's so much to work with under the hood. I can't even imagine. But as players, you're just like, what is happening with this game? When you walk away, you're like, do I blame the mechanics? Do I blame our strategy?
I don't really blame anything, but I feel like at this point, if you take megas and you want to keep the same lead as when you took the megas, you pretty much have to clear the whole map at once. Because they can just stay in their base, getting those creeps, running at them at the same time. But at the same time, I mean, I've always loved comeback mechanics. I've always loved these things. I don't think it was something broken that made us lose those games. It's just something that I found a little bit interesting looking at this tournament and seeing how those games played out. And I had to really, really look into it. And then somebody told me,
as a coach, certainly.
I mean, part of it is
dissecting
also...
it real hard.
part of it is also jungle creeps have been nerfed.
Yeah, that's
over the years.
that's very true.
So like
that's very true.
the comparatively, like the creeps are just so much stronger, and they give so much more gold than they once used to.
Interesting. All right.
Well, you guys are amazing. Everybody out there loves Alliance. You guys are just so phenomenal. Thank you
guys
so
are
much
great.
for
Thank you so
stopping
much for
on the
coming
show.
on. Thank you.
Now, I understand that they were not able to air your team profile piece, so we go ahead and we're going to air it for the people now as we do send goodbye. So we're going to say goodbye to you, Alliance. Thank you again
Cheers to
so
Alliance.
much for
Thank you
sticking
for
the show.
coming over.
Alliance fans out there, please send them your love. We look forward to seeing you in the next season, coming out strong. Cheers to Alliance, and here's the end of Late Game. We'll see you tomorrow
See you
for more
tomorrow night.
action. Take care now.
Been playing together for 6 years, you gotta be good friends.
Yeah, maybe sometimes we.
We're just colleagues, man.
Just colleagues, man.
We're in it for the money. That's it. Then we're gonna leave.
Yep.
Don't talk to each other at all. Don't put that in. We're all clowns in our team. Everyone in our team is like a different sort of clown.
We have a lot of fun together. I think it's easy to work with each other.
We're at boot camps 9 out of 12 months. We're gone from home. If you don't enjoy each other's company, it's going to be very hard to spend that much time dedicated to just playing Dota and, you know, being with your teammates.
I think everybody tries to help each other, and we have an environment where anybody should be able to say whatever they have on their mind.
Just a little bit of cheating, man.
Last year, there were these 4 guys plus Koikva, and they were not really one unit. They hadn't gone through all these things that they've done now.
Hug me, Tommy.
At this point, I think that they're 100% a team.
You're going down.
Over the year, you could see a steady improvement rate, I would say. I mean, when I joined, I don't know before, but I always felt like the team was moving forward.
Having Loda help us throughout the year has been huge, especially when it comes to like understanding how to function as a team.
You get that? What I focus on is to make them into competitors, to make them into professionals.
So when we first made the team, the plan was always to build something long-term. Obviously, at the time, we weren't the best friends or the greatest players, but all of us went into it with the idea that you want to have personalities that we think match.
Everyone has always been individually very good. It's just that we haven't really been able to like mash together that well.
We have a lot of different playstyles. Aiden, as captain, so far has helped us fit each other. And
when the game starts, Insano tries to lay out the game plan, and he says like, all right, guys, let's go do this and that. It's time to push, it's time to go roach, it's time to high ground, come on. And once we're kind of in uncharted territory, Mickey usually takes over. He's the strongest player.
Mickey does things that I could not do. Mechanically, that kid is raw talent, and I think that he could have made it in any game. It's just that he chose Dota, or maybe Dota chose him.
We didn't make TI last year, unfortunately, but making this TI has always been the goal.
Just by having played so many tournaments and so many events and losing them, I think we've learned to kind of like deal with these negative emotions and kind of like force them out of your thoughts and just focus on playing the game.
I don't think there's a lot of pressure on us. I think we're like the kind of underdogs coming to this tournament.
I'm gonna be super nervous, but I'm fine. But I'm gonna be fine.
I'm gonna be super nervous.
Because I know my team's gonna carry me.
At the end of the day, the best team wins. So being able to understand each other is very important.
It never works out like you think, and there's always upsets. Even these teams that have been crushing us several times, we can beat them. And at TI, anything is possible.